Hi, I'm Maria Trivelpiece in the Patriot League studio, and joining me now via Zoom is Army head men's lacrosse coach Joe Alberici. Coach, for the first time in program history, you are #1 in the country, so just to start off, how does that feel?
Well, listen, it's a great thing. It's a great thing for our program, Maria. Just never having been #1 since they did the rankings. Many national titles here at West Point, but in the lacrosse program, but never having held that. It's great for the program. Inside our locker room, Maria has just been. We've been really focused on trying to get better. So it hasn't affected the guys all that much. But everything to do with the program, it's been a terrific positive.
You mentioned that it is the first time in program history that you are #1. I was going to ask you about that. So how special is this team to be the first to be that #1 spot?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think our guys are really that is to be determined. It wasn't part of anybody's goal sheet to be #1 in March. That wasn't anything that we talked about in the fall. I think our guys have taken a great appreciation for it, but really in the end, it's just somebody else's opinion. And what matters most is the opinion in our locker room, and are we progressing? Are we getting better? And we've been working hard to do so. So it's been remarkable in the little effect it has had on the guys involved.
You kind of took my next question. I was going to ask you if there was an effect, and you go back to the locker room in particular. How do you keep the guys focused, and what have those conversations been like?
Well, great opponents have kept our focus for sure, and there was one conversation the Monday a couple weeks ago when we were named #1, and just, hey guys, this is something that we can embrace. And this idea of staying #1 doesn't enter into our vocabulary. We don't want to stay anywhere. We want to just keep getting better. And last week it was Lehigh, certainly had our guys' attention, and now this week with Boston and the more recent history we've had with them, our guys have been focused and have been practicing at a high level. And just like I said earlier, looking to get better, finding ways to make us just a little bit more competitive, a little bit better. And if we can do that, we think we'll be in a good place.
A big reason for that competitiveness and the success of your team has been Jackson Eicher. So I just want to ask you a little bit about him, especially with him not playing last year. How impressed have you been with him coming back from that injury and having such an impact on your team?
Sure. Jackson early last season throughout the fall and then into the early part of the preseason was our most productive player, and we were excited about him because we didn't think anybody knew anything about him, having played very little the season before as a freshman, and we were really devastated for him. And rolling up 1 week before the season, he's injured, he's out for the year. So to watch what he's done and to see the productivity that he's had there's just some great satisfaction in that for everybody around, and joy, because we know how hard he's worked. And, you come back from an injury like that, you can really work hard and not necessarily see the results in the way that he has. So just super excited for him. And, everybody around the country is getting a look at the kind of talent that he is, and everything that he's done, Maria, has been for the betterment of our team. So his presence, his vocal presence, is such a great teammate. All of those things have added value on top of what you see statistically.
Well, we'll surely be excited to watch him and the rest of the team the rest of the year. So good luck, Coach, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Maria. Take care.